And what the hell? I am back at being black and white for whatever reason. Anyway, welcome back to Underrated Movies. I am your guy. I am your man, Mr. Alton Henry. Today, why am I in black and white? I don't understand it. I just checked the settings and I don't get it. I probably just need to buy a webcam. Save up for that shit. Today I'm gonna talk to you of another underrated gem, and it's my second time rewatching it. It's now available on HBO Max, newly available on HBO Max, and this is not one of the more popular Vietnam War movies, but I can tell you it's one that I could see not getting a lot of attention, especially in the current times as of now. This is based off a true story, Casualties of War, starring Sean Penn, Michael J. Fox, early debuts of John Leguizamo and John C. Reilly. And it's a true story, and I got to be careful with this because this is not a easy film to get through, and it's very difficult to watch. Not like violent, but I mean it's a war film. I mean there's some scenes in here, but with its subject matter, it's basically set during the Vietnam War of Michael J. Fox's character having to witness the degrading and torture of a village girl, and the squad, excluding Michael J. Fox's character, have their way with her. And tragic story. That's all I could really say about it. And trying to avoid the YouTube regulations and crap, but it's based off a true story, but you know they changed the names for the film. And I haven't watched a lot of Michael J. Fox's movies, and I hope you're doing well. With his current situation now, but this film is intense. A good chunk of the movie is a flashback, and I like kind of how they start this movie. I think this is probably one of the best films that has that introduce a moment to the film. They flash back to where the story takes place, and really when the movie starts, you see Michael J. Fox's character really just on a transportation bus sleep, but you could tell that his character is haunted. Things are on his mind, and you could see that intensity of what's going on. And you're kind of curious as to how of what's going on in this character's mind. And I like how the movie just starts where it tells you it's a true story, and then just have the titles Casualties of War, and it just pops up like bam. And the camera pans in, and then it flashbacks to the sequence. This is not an action-heavy film. It's a riveting drama of how evil can be disguised as good, and how evil can manipulate the goodness of a message and to take advantage of it. And to also to look evil into the eye, and having the courage to stand up to it. Because in the film, there are chances. In the film, when you see Michael J. Fox trying to stand up to these guys, and he stands up to them, but then he's also outnumbered, where a lot of them wants to go through with what they're gonna do. And he's looking for the best chance to try to help her out, but also there is a risk and fear of what could happen when he does that, which I was rooting for him to do something. The whole film, from the moment of that action takes place to the whole film, you're rooting and pleading for his character to do something to try to help the fallen victim. And the film does end tragically. For the whole duration, you kind of wish that it went the other way, but that's just so how well that this film is grabs you in. I mean, it's a challenging film. Every single character besides Michael J. Fox's character, they either just evil or are afraid to get involved in it because they don't want to deal. They don't want to deal with the repercussions. But Michael J. Fox's character is so hell bent of trying to find justice for this poor girl. He goes through lengths and risks his life to get the truth out there. That is a sign of a hero. Being afraid of doing the right thing, but yet still going for it and risking life and limb to do it. And it does take a good... And what I also liked about this film is that he goes to people and they keep brushing him off until there is one little moment in the film where he finally does meet someone that actually does care and listen to him and hears the story. Now, it does end where those men do get their punishment. And it's a heartbreaking film. And I could see that this film won't be for everybody's taste because it's not. I mean, I had goosebumps from rewatching this film again. It is an underrated Brian De Palma movie. I think it's one that is incredibly forgotten because it is a touchy subject. And I, for one, believe it should be revisited to kind of... to really analyze somebody who thinks might be a good person, but really standing up to, really having the strength of standing up against those who are manipulating a good message, but is really an evil person. And how do we know what we're being told, or the person that we're with have good intentions, but their intentions might be not, and really doing the right thing. And again, this is not a film for everybody, and I would say seek it for historical purposes. And if the film does interest you, yeah, it's available on HBO Max, so you can rent it. But I will tell you, the film isn't for everybody. If you want to go for something cheerful, I understand. I would, happily recommend RRR, which is very popular now at this current, time, which is now available on Netflix, and it's a pretty good movie. This is a good movie too, but again, I could tell you when the film ends, all you want to do is just take a shower, have a beer, and just and just get your thing. Casualties of War. If you dare check this movie out, It is on HBO Max. And let me know what you think, what you thought about it, and let me know what is your favorite underrated movie.